I hate to break it to you, but these mocha pots do not make espresso. But this does. Would you believe that since 2022, 84% of people who drink coffee are preparing that at home? And there's been a steady trend in the interest of making barista level drinks, such as cafe lattes, cappuccino, and Mexicanos. And a lot of this is due to the closure and the substantial shutdown of coffee shops during the pandemic and in the aftermath of that. Now, if you're an adult, the first thing you're doing every morning is reaching for the coffee. So what are you going to do if you can't grind your beans? And when you press that button, the automatic double shot of espresso doesn't come out. What you're going to need is a manual and a mechanic option that is robust, that delivers consistent, good drinks, and ultimately is fun to use. Now, if you don't have time to watch this video right now, then please go to the link in the description and pick up this copy of Advanture Magazine, because in there I wrote a full article called Better Coffee, which outlines everything that I'm going to discuss briefly in this video. When I was younger, my mum and dad would just flick the kettle on, boil some water, and then pour it over those, those instant Nescafe granules. And when I was a little bit older, I worked as a builder's labourer and the tea boy. And I'm not even going to tell you how I used to prepare those drinks. But today, coffee and espresso is much better. And there's absolutely no reason to torture yourself with terrible drinks when you're out there camping in the woods or at home during a blackout. Now, I know most people out there are going to be saying, reach for the mocha pot. Well, I'll tell you what, if you can convince me why this makes a better drink than what I'm about to show you, then tell me in the comments below. So while the mocha pot spurts out brown water, I want to introduce you to my most favourite piece of gear that I own, and that is the 9 Barista stovetop espresso machine. The 9 Barista was invented and is manufactured in Cambridge, England by a designer called William Playford. And when he was growing up, he was busy making rocket motors and gas turbine engines in his back garden. So when you open this thing up, you will see a piece of engineering beauty. Don't get me wrong though, the mocha pot does make a nice coffee, and I use it all the time when I'm out camping because it's so easy to use. And another great option is the AeroPress, which is even simpler to use. It's easier to clean, and if you start learning more about coffee, you can do all sorts of things like making cold brews with it. Now, there's no reason to hide the fact that this is a luxury piece of gear on the preppers and the campers gear list, but it really is a thing of beauty, and I absolutely love using it. There's nothing else out there that replaces it. It's true stovetop espresso, and realistically you're going to pay this off after a short while if you're used to going into the coffee shop and spending $5 for a takeout. So as I said, if you hit the link in the description, you will find a full article. And please support me by picking up a copy of Advanture Magazine. Oh, it's perfect.